Everyone, hope you're good. So today we are doing another skincare routine, but this time this will be my nighttime skincare routine during the winter. So first, I've been loving going in with my micellar water. And what I love about this particular one is that it actually does remove all traces of makeup and grease and dirt. Whatever you want to throw at it, it actually removes. It's really good at removing waterproof makeup as well. The good trick is what you actually see me doing right here, and that is just to hold the cotton pad onto your eye just for a few seconds longer than you normally would, and just let it work. It works pretty quickly, so you don't need to do this for too long. But yeah, so you don't need to really tug at your eyes out or any part of your skin for too long. Just hold it in there and just, wiggle it out a bit. You don't need to be too rough on your skin. You also want to be careful around the skin on your eyes anyway, because it is the most sensitive part. And here comes the fun part where I get to wipe off half my face. I've always wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of me with a full face of makeup and nothing on my skin, and here is my live debut. So I just thought I'd do that just to see what the comparison is. But yeah, my skin has come a long way, and this is what it currently looks like. So that's me fresh face, and that's me with my full face on the other half. A bit of a scary thing to see, but anywho. So I'm just going to move on to the second part of my face, the other side of my face, and just remove what's left with the cotton pad. I don't show myself using multiple cotton pads, but I do end up using about 4. So the second thing I went into is the absolute favorite thing I love doing right now. It is so relaxing, especially for this winter month, and that is my Superdrug's Naturally Radiant Brightening Hot Cloth Cleanser, and it's a lovely creamy texture. It's basically similar to the Liz Earl cleansing polish, which I have used, and this has an amazing scent as well. It's not overly scented at all. It's infused with plant extracts, and it's for normal to dry skin. So I normally rub it into my skin first, work it in there for like almost a minute or so, and then I go in with my magic makeup removing cloth. So this particular cleanser has kiwi fruit and mulberry extracts, and it also has cocoa butter. It doesn't lather up, but it definitely removes all traces of makeup because it is very moisturizing. It does contain oil. It contains cocoa butter, which is very moisturizing for the face, so your face won't be dry once you're done using this, and it cleanses everything. It's particularly good for dry skin. So what you see me doing there is basically washing my my pink, what do you call it, makeup removing cloth, and that cloth is what I use every night. So I make sure I wash it in between washes, and wash it every single night. I never leave it with makeup on it. You should never do that anyway. And what I use to clean it is my just a bit of a dishwashing soap, washing up liquid fairy. That does the trick as well. So the next thing I went in is with my Naturally Radiant Refreshing Complete Cleanser, and that is exactly from the same range again, from Superdrug. And this is actually particularly good for normal to oily skin. So if you have really dry skin, or you just love creamy makeup removing cleansers, you can use the first one. But I do a double cleanse, so I usually like to go in with a cream or oil based cleanser, or like a balm, something like that first, and then go in with a foam cleanser or gel cleanser. So actually no, I stand corrected. This is a 3-step cleansing routine, because I went in with the micellar water, then the cream, and then the foam. But yeah, even with those 3 things, my skin was not feeling dry or taut or anything at all. It was really effective way to cleanse your skin and leave it feeling soft and supple. So this particular one again is pretty good all year round. I prefer using it in summer, but then in winter I like to top it up with the creamy cleanser. And just to add as well, you saw that the creamy cleanser actually came with a muslin cloth by itself, but I don't use that because it stains really easily. It's really good for exfoliating, but I prefer to use my magic makeup removing cloth. So next I went in with, on this particular day, I went in with my Body Shop Brightening Toning Solution. So it's basically called a Chinese ginseng and rice clarifying milky toner, and it's one I've been using for a good few months on and off, and it's supposed to brighten and even your skin tone. I can't say I've actually noticed much difference in the brightness of my skin, I have to say. So yeah, I'm just using it basically to use it all up, and because you know it's a toner that, you know, at least it softens my skin a bit. I can't say for sure that it definitely brightens my skin. So the next thing I showed you was my Natural Estonica Ginseng NSI face tonic. So that's another option that I usually rotate when I'm not using the Body Shop ginseng and rice milky tonic. And the last one was the ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution. So that's really good for oily, acne prone skin. Everyone knows about that. I don't need to go into it with too much detail. What you see me applying to my face actually today is it's a new brand, or at least it's something I've never mentioned on my channel. So it's the Lumene Nordic C Brightening Beauty Lotion. It's basically like an essence, and it contains hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, of course, wild Arctic cloudberry, and Arctic spring water. It's actually a brand from Finland. It's amazing. It has done wonders for my skin. It's extremely softening and brightening, and it really helps refine the texture of my face and to brighten my complexion. It's great for all skin types. So the other product you saw in the background was my other essence. I actually saved this for special occasions now because it is so hard to find and it's so expensive. So I bought it at a beauty sample sale, and it's from the MAKANAI brand, and you can get it on Yes Style. So it's called the Skin Brighter Lotion. It contains Yuzu, and it is one of the best essences out there on the market. It's carefully selected ingredients and it just works. Yeah, so I just love this stuff. I don't know what magical ingredients are in here, but it works for my skin. I noticed an immediate change the minute I started using it. That's how good this stuff is. So after my essences, I go in with my Hada Labo Gochujang Premium Hyaluronic Acid Solution, and it's basically the best hyaluronic acid serum out there, and it's extremely affordable. You get a ton of product for the amount of money that you pay. I got mine from Amazon. I think was it for like 11 or 12 pounds or something, and you get 170 mLs, and I believe this has different weights of hyaluronic acid in it, so it penetrates to different layers of your skin. So I love it because it keeps my skin really moist. So after following this up, I tend to go in with my Nip and Fab glycolic acid serum, and I sometimes mix it in with my ordinary lactic acid serum, the 10% one. So I mix the two together, or I might use one or the other depending on my mood. But on this particular night, I decided not to use the glycolic and lactic acid mixture that I normally put together, because I was going to go in with my retinol solution. Then next I go in with my ordinary 0.5% retinol serum, and I've been using the retinol serum for, just like the other products from The Ordinary, for a good while now. Like I want to say maybe 2.5-3 years even. And for me, I use retinol just to basically delay aging. It's not something that I can say gives me noticeable effects right now, because I don't have wrinkles just yet. But I'm hoping if I carry on using it like the dermatologist's advice, then I won't see my wrinkles until many years down the line. So it's great to use retinol if you have acne prone skin as well. It's great on on scars, and it's just good for overall skin rejuvenation and regeneration. So it definitely helps the skin turn over. So if you do already have texture or scarring or problematic skin, retinol is one of the best things you could use for your skin, and sunscreen of course. But of course this is a nighttime routine, so you won't see me use sunscreen. So next I go in with this magical mixture that I've just made up. So what you see me put together is this Pure Snail Moisturizing Soothing Gel. It's something I got from TK Maxx, and it's basically a massive jar of 95% pure snail filtrate. And yeah, so this is just like a jelly texture. It doesn't have a smell or anything like that. It's slightly scented, and it's just great for healing the skin and just keeping the skin moisturized, and it's also good when your skin is irritated. So the jar that you see me showing right there is another moisturizer that I got from TK Maxx. It's absolutely amazing. It is based on Manuka honey, and one of the first, in fact the second ingredient is actually Manuka honey. It is I think a brand based in Australia, and it's just a lovely pot of really moisturizing, like a moisturizer. It's a good moisturizer basically. So I mix the two together because the gel doesn't necessarily keep my skin fully moisturized, but then this moisturizer is a little bit too rich on more normal nights. So I mix the two together and I get a really good moisturizing solution that's also very healing and very calming. So the two things that you saw me showing you there, at least the three things, are three different options of skin masks. So the first one is from a brand called Daisy and Coupe. Again, I got it from TK Maxx, and it is absolutely my favorite. It is called the Water Bomb, and it's a sleeping mask. Like I said, it has marine extracts and hyaluronic acid in order to, you know, give you sufficient moisturization and suppleness. I just love it because it's a lovely cooling gel texture. Love the packaging, love the scent. I absolutely love the scent, and it's just another layer to just keep that moisture in your skin after you've used moisturizer. While it is my favorite, it's not the only one I do use. I got another skin leave-on mask from the Superdrug Vitamin E range, and this is a great one if you want something that's a bit more accessible, because obviously TK Maxx being TK Maxx, this might not even be at your local TK Maxx if you're looking to get this, and it's also not widely sold in the UK outside of TK Maxx. So another option that's more moisturizing is the Vitamin E leave-on mask from Superdrug, and I love this simply because it's rich in vitamin E antioxidants, and it's great for normal to dry skin. So it just has this lovely jelly texture to it. It's really interesting, and I just love the fact that it keeps my skin really moisturized. I think it contains more oil in terms of jojoba oil and yeah, other oils, but it's extremely enriching, extremely moisturizing. I can't say that enough, and I love it. It's a bit too much for me on certain days if I've already used a kind of rich moisturizer. So I'd normally use this if I may be going with my snail gel and then going with this, then that would be fine. But if I went in with a rich moisturizer, then I wouldn't use this, put it that way. So on a night when my skin is feeling extra tight, I would use this. So the third option is another sleeping mask by the brand called T-Tox, and it's called the Hydrating Sleep Mask, and it has chamomile tea and shea. So hydrating, it has chamomile tea, which obviously is calming and soothing, apparently unclogs pores as well, and obviously shea butter being moisturizing and anti-inflammatory. So this one I haven't used as much, I don't know why. Again, it was pretty affordable, but I think maybe in terms of like the texture, I prefer the Coupe and Daisy Water Bomb, but this is also another good option. Again, because it was bought from TK Maxx, it might not be available, so again, try the Superdrug one because that is definitely a stocked item all year round. But yeah, it's just another option, but I do love it. It has a nice scent to it as well. I feel like it's not as rich as the Superdrug one. Out of the three options I've shown you, the Superdrug Leave-On Max is the richest and the most moisturizing. I feel like with this, you definitely don't need a moisturizer prior to this. So if you've got oily skin, you probably don't even need moisturizer. Just put this on and it will seal in the moisture that you've already put it with, you know, all the other serums. So lastly, I go in with my eye cream, and the one I've been loving is another new brand I haven't featured before, and it's the brand Anatomicals. I think they're available at Urban Outfitters, ASOS and Harvey Nichols. And oh, this eye cream is also called No Old Bags Allowed. You get 15 ml of product, standard amount, and I love the fact that it has arnica, witch hazel and orange flower water, and it dissolves really into the skin really well. On other days, I rotate my other eye creams which I've featured on this channel, including my Superdrugs one and my simple eye cream as well, but all three are good on any other day. It's just this is the one I've been using at the moment. So that brings me to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to see more from me, and also thumbs up this video. That definitely helps me out. And I'd also like to hear what you guys use in your routine. Do you use anything I've used? If you do, please leave a comment down below, get some conversations going, bounce some ideas off each other. Until next time, bye.